Okay, the program for this project is not too complicated. In fact, we won't be using any line of code that we have not used before or any type of functions that we haven't used before. And the first thing we'll start with is some constants. So we need a constant for our push button switch. So we'll need a constant of an integer type. And as you recall, when we used the push button switch before, we had switch, called it switch pin. Remember, switch pin is one word and the P is capitalized. Space equal to space, and what we are connected to pin 2 on our Arduino board, and semicolon. We also need a constant for our motor pin. So constant of an integer type, and we'll call this motor pin. Actually, this is connected to our transistor. It sends, hold on, what pin is connected to 9. Remember that pin 9 is sending, it'll be sending voltage to the transistor, and once voltage is sent to the transistor, it operates like a switch that will, it'll cut on and amplify the current, so that way that it's we have enough current is usable by the DC motor. Then finally, we need a variable, integer type for our switch. Let's see, we'll call it switch state. And that's all one word. Remember, the S is capitalized. For state, S is capitalized. And the initial value, we want to start with is 0. So now we have a variable to hold the value of our switch, and then we have the constants for our push button switch, and then the pin that's connected to connected from the transistor to our pin 9 of our Arduino board. So let's go ahead and move on to our setup function.